Hello, everybody. All right, so I wanted to hop on here. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to just hop on and we'll get started. I hope y'all are having an awesome Tuesday. All my moms out there, hopefully your kids are good today and hopefully they slept well last night. Sophia had a little bit of a rough night. She has a runny nose and that is so not fun. Because she can't breathe when she's sleeping very well. So if you are on live or if you are catching the replay, my name is Jackie Peterson. I am a mom of two. I am also an online health and fitness coach, and I'm super, super passionate about helping moms and women just in general live a healthier, more fulfilling life. And that is why I do what I do. That's why I'm so passionate about working with breastfeeding moms specifically. I've breastfed both of my girls. My first daughter, we breastfed exclusively for 2 years, and Sophia is now almost 6 months old, and we are still going strong. It's been kind of a crazy journey, you know, throughout the years with dealing with different issues with breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is super hard, so if you're a breastfeeding mom, I feel you. There's a whole lot that goes into it. There's so much that you have to think about when you are trying to lose weight, when you're trying to get back on your health and fitness journey while you're breastfeeding. There's so much to think about even if you're not breastfeeding with doing that, let alone trying to keep up your milk supply and do all of the things that you have to do every single day as a mom to literally just stay sane, let alone lose weight and get healthy. So if you're hopping on, let me know, are you a mom? Are you breastfeeding? And how old is your baby? So just comment and let me know those things. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you are a breastfeeding mom or you have friends that are breastfeeding right now, share this video with them so that they can get educated on breastfeeding and nutrition and exercise, because I think it's really super important. I get so many questions from friends, from clients about this topic, and so I think it's really important that we share this and let other women know that there's a place where they can learn about this stuff and you don't have to go at it alone. I know for me, for a long time, there were so many questions that I had about breastfeeding and, you know, losing weight, getting in shape, exercising. And so that's why I've become super passionate about this topic. So I'm going to jump right in and give you guys some of my best tips on losing the weight, getting healthier, and still really focusing on maintaining a solid milk supply for your baby, which is obviously your first priority as a breastfeeding mom. So let's talk about the age-old myth that you can't exercise if you're breastfeeding or your milk supply is going to drop. This is actually, you guys, not true. It's like the old wives' tales that you can't exercise if you're pregnant, you can't exercise if you're breastfeeding your baby. It's actually not true. There's actually no evidence that proves that exercising will negatively affect your milk supply. So you can throw that wise old tale out the window and know that it is totally safe to exercise while you're breastfeeding your baby. Hey, Jessica. Oh my gosh. He's 3 weeks old. I can't believe it. Oh, I can't wait to meet him. He is so cute. If you're hopping on, let me know where you are. If you're a mom, if you're breastfeeding, how old is your baby? I would love to hear from you, and definitely share this with your friends as well. Okay, so when I talk to my clients, I work with lots and lots and lots of breastfeeding mamas. Like I said, that is my heart. That's my passion. That's who I love working with. And they tell me that they're experiencing some issues with their milk supply. They're afraid it's because of exercising or how they're eating. My mind kind of goes to 3 main things. So number 1, if you are experiencing issues with your milk supply, a lot of the times it's because you are actually under eating. So an average amount of calories that you need to be eating is at least 500 more than you normally would, because your body is burning tons and tons of calories, at least 400 to 500, sometimes more depending on how frequently you're breastfeeding your baby, how old your baby is and things like that. You know, your weight, your height, what your goal weight is, that type of thing, it all kind of goes into play with how many calories you should be eating. But typically, rule of thumb is add 500 calories to your daily intake. A couple of other things. If you're not eating a sufficient amount of calories and you're actually in a caloric deficit, your milk supply is definitely going to drop. And you're also, if you're in a caloric deficit, your weight loss is actually going to stall, because your body is going to be holding on to that extra fat because it thinks that it's not like getting enough nutrients, it's not getting enough calories to supply the milk to your baby. So if you're trying to lose weight and you actually go below your caloric need, you're going to actually stall your weight loss. So that is a huge no-no. Typically, if you are under 1,800 calories a day, that is not good. If you're a breastfeeding mom, you need to be eating at least a minimum, like a very minimum of 1,800 calories a day. I will tell you that I personally am at around 2,400 to 2,500 calories a day. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you're nursing, if you're a mom, you know that you are hungry all the time. And so if you're eating super calorie dense foods, that's what's going to, that's what your body needs to produce an ample amount of milk. So listen to your body's natural cues that you need to be eating more and actually eat more calories. A normal weight loss for breastfeeding is about 0.5 pound to 1.5 pounds per week. So that's like a typical weight loss goal, I guess you could have, but never, ever, ever drop below that 1,800 calorie range, because you're going to just, your milk supply is going to see it, first of all, and your weight loss is going to stall anyway. So it really like doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. All right. So the second thing that you need to be aware of is that you need to be eating super nutritionally dense foods. So if you're eating empty calories, you guys, I know this is hard. I know it's hard when you're nursing a baby to remember to eat all the time, or you're sitting on the couch, like nursing your baby, you're in bed, you know, you're doing all the things that you have to do as a mom. And sometimes you honestly, like, even if you're hungry, you forget to eat, or you can't eat because you've got a baby in your arms. I totally get that, but you do really need to be taking care of yourself. It's so important that if you're taking care of yourself, it means that your baby is being taken care of better as well, because everything that you put into your body affects them when you're breastfeeding them. So you need to be eating very nutrient dense calories and very nutrient dense foods. This could affect your milk supply if you're eating, you know, just junk food, or if you're eating stuff that doesn't have any, you know, nutritional value to it. So some examples of good foods that you can eat are things like chia seeds, omega-3 fatty acids, fish, lots of healthy proteins, healthy fats, avocados, flax seeds, coconut oil is great, olive oil is great, those really good healthy fats. Oatmeal is a really good one. What else? There's so many options. I actually have a free meal plan for nursing moms if you guys are interested in that. I have tons of awesome recipes for nursing moms that'll help you boost your milk supply. I'll post the link for that below once this video is posted, so you can take a look at that. But just getting in all of those really nutrient dense foods is super important. Obviously, fruits and veggies, really dense leafy greens are great for you. And then also kind of paying attention to your macronutrients as well. So typically for nursing moms, your macronutrients, which are your carbs, fats, and proteins, need to be at about 50% carbs, 25% protein, and 25% in healthy fats. So I'll talk more about that in my boot camp, which we'll talk about at the end. The third thing that you want to be aware of if you are a nursing mom is that you need to be able to keep up your milk supply through supply and demand. That's really what breastfeeding is. It's all about supply and demand. So the more your baby demands milk, or the more that your body is, you know, responding to just contact with your baby, that's what's going to help keep your supply high. So for example, like having that skin to skin contact with your baby is super important. If you are pumping more than you're having skin to skin contact with your baby, that could affect your milk supply. If you're supplementing with formula, that could affect your milk supply. So you need to kind of make sure that you're taking that into account. And if you are supplementing, that you're pumping as well. Let's see. Basically, there's so many things that kind of go into it, but it also depends on like kind of how old your baby is and how much milk they actually need. So I have a lot of moms who they will say pump milk and they're not pumping as much as they think they should be pumping. But if you actually were to go and look it up based on the age of their baby and how much milk their baby actually needs from them at that age, they actually are producing just enough milk for their baby, but they think that there's a drop in their milk supply when there's actually not been, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of things that kind of have to go in, that you kind of have to take into account when you're trying to determine if your milk supply is dropping. So just to kind of recap, it's nutrient dense foods, eating enough calories and not under eating, not ever going into a caloric deficit. Making sure that you're taking into account like how often you're pumping, how often you're nursing, if you have that skin to skin contact. Also, if you're feeding on demand, that's really important as well to keeping your milk supply high versus having a strict feeding schedule. And just so you guys know, I do talk to a lot of women who are concerned about the fact that it seems that their milk supply has dropped. And there's actually only 2% of women that actually have some sort of disorder that causes them to have a consistent drop in their milk supply or prevents them from producing milk. So it's actually really rare that there's actually a major problem going on, or that it's related to the fact that you're exercising or eating healthy. So those are probably the two reasons why you wouldn't see a drop in your milk supply. So you might actually be producing enough milk for your baby just based off of their age, and you don't even know it. That's kind of the crazy part of all of this. So let me see if I have any questions from all you ladies that are hopping on. Okay, Dawn, you said you were pushed to lose weight and lost your milk. Yeah, so I don't know about that experience, but definitely you guys, you should not be stressing about losing weight when you're breastfeeding. A lot of it is going to happen naturally if you're doing the right things, okay? Like I said, you do not want to be in a caloric deficit. You do not want to be eating under 1,800 calories. You need to be eating typically over 2,000 calories a day. That's what's going to make you lose your milk supplies. If people are telling you need to lower your calories, yes, you might lose weight, but you're going to sacrifice your milk supply. And honestly, you're probably going to gain the weight back because eating that low of a caloric deficit is just not maintainable anyways, especially if you're nursing and you're hungry all the time. Amanda, yeah, 6 weeks. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. 6-week-old baby. And honestly, you guys, give yourself time. If you're a new mom, like 6 weeks, that's definitely not even close to enough time to expect your body to make all of the changes it needs to in order to lose the baby weight. I would say give yourself 6 months to a year to feel like you're really back to, and I don't want to say your old self, because honestly, like, does your body ever look exactly the same after you have a baby? Probably not. At least for me, it didn't. But just give yourself time for your body to adjust and to lose at a normal rate, lose weight at a normal rate. So if you're a mom, if you're watching and you want to learn more about how to lose weight in a healthy way, get toned, get fit, and do it while you're breastfeeding and do it in the healthiest way possible for you and your baby, I do have a beta fitness and nutrition program for moms. I've specifically worked things in there for breastfeeding moms. So it's for you guys if you have, you know, babies, toddlers, you're breastfeeding and nursing, and you're looking to just get healthier and do it in the right way. I have a beta test group for moms that is starting on October 23rd. I would love for you guys to learn more. I only have a few spots left in this group because I am taking just a small group of women because it is a beta group, and I want to be able to like track everyone really specifically and, you know, work with you closer in a small group setting. So I only have 4 spots left in this group. So if you're interested in that, I will post the link for that below this video in the comments so that you can check that out. And I just wanted to share, you know, I've been working with breastfeeding moms for about 4 years now, and it is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And I've helped hundreds of breastfeeding moms lose weight effectively and maintain their milk supply. And I just wanted to share a couple of testimonials from some of my previous clients because it just kind of shows you that it can be done, that it is possible for you too, if this is something that you're working on. So one of my previous clients, Kaylin, she said, I contacted Jackie shortly before having my baby, knowing I would want help to get back in shape after. I started working with her a couple months later, and I was so thankful I did. By my baby's 6-month mark, I was down 50 pounds from my pre-baby weight, and I lost it all while exclusively breastfeeding my baby. It took some hard work, and it wasn't a quick fix, but it was worth it. And so that just shows you guys it takes time, and it takes consistency, and it takes you eating the right foods, the right macronutrients to really fuel your body in order to maintain that milk supply and lose the weight as well. And then I have another client, Kaylee, who said, I lost 18 pounds in Jackie's groups after having my baby and exclusively breastfeeding. It truly taught me how to eat the right way to get results and still fuel my body so that I wasn't constantly hungry and starving for nutrients while nursing. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I hope that if you have breastfeeding moms, if you're in, you know, moms groups, or you know, share this video into your group, share this video onto your newsfeed so that your friends can see it and so that they can get educated on the fact that yes, you can still exercise, you can still eat healthy and clean foods and not compromise your milk supply. I promise it can be done. I can teach you how to do it. I would love to teach you how to do it and help you more. I am going to post the link below for my free nursing meal guide to help you get started. And if you are interested in taking the next step and joining my beta fitness and nutrition group for moms, it's called Body Back Bootcamp. I would love to give you more information on that as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday, and I will catch y'all later. Love you guys. Bye.